Hello, day 2 of no spend, low spend, your choice. Today is no spend. And I'm staying home today. I'm baking bread and I'm going to make some kombucha after my kombucha was invaded with fruit flies. So I'm going to start a new batch because I do have a SCOBY hotel and that was still okay. So it's a good idea to keep some extra scobies handy in case this happens to you. So anyway, day 2. Yesterday was the first day, and I looked through my pantry and I didn't write everything down. There's just too much in there, but I know what's in there. So that's what I did yesterday. Now day 2 is organizing your freezer, and I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to this afternoon, and I'm going to go through there and see what's still good, what isn't good, and that I am going to write down because I really don't remember what's in there, so I'm going to just jot that down on some paper and come up with some meals, and I think that'll be day 3. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit too about shopping and why we shop. So I was thinking about myself and the reasons why I shop. And I made myself some notes. So anyway, I just think most of us in our society today shop because there's just too many choices. And you get bored with what you have and you think you want something new, so you go out and you shop. People in the, like our parents, they didn't have so many choices. They had a few choices of refrigerators and carpets and couches and, you know, whatever. But now it's such a plethora of things that you buy something you like, and then you look around and you see something you like more. So what do? You go out and you buy the thing you like more. And then you still have all this stuff that keeps accumulating and accumulating. And if you think about it, the houses that they built in the 50s and the 60s and before that didn't have these massive closets that we have nowadays that you can, it's almost like a room. Well, some of them are. It's your own room and just filled with stuff. So anyway, that's part of the reason we have too many things. I had to stop and shape my bread. Anyway, I was saying that how do we avoid getting into that trap of too many choices? One of the best things is, there's a couple of them, stay out of the stores. Stay out of your trigger stores. Now, I know it's unrealistic to think you're never going to go to the store again and you're never going to buy something that you didn't plan on, because you will. But I think if you avoid your trigger stores, or at least limit them to once a month, once every 2 months, whatever you're comfortable with, it really decreases your choices and gives you time to appreciate what you do have and use what you do have. Now, my trigger stores are Walmart, our local grocery junk store Marks, because they have some awesome deals there. I've gotten so many good deals there. Let's see, what else? Oh, the Dollar Tree, that's a big one. And even though you don't spend a lot there usually, there's a lot of cool stuff there, you know. And if you're a crafter and you like to make things like I do, you get all these ideas in your head, and then before you know it, you're walking out of there with $40, $50 worth of merchandise. So that's a trigger store for me. A biggie for me is Amazon. And actually, I'm going to talk a little bit about YouTube here because there are so many great YouTubers that do crafting, that do hauls, and you see all the things that they buy, and then guess what? You're in the Dollar Tree too. So maybe not watching quite so many hauls would be a good idea. Still watch your favorite YouTubers, but maybe kind of skip the hauls. And Amazon is just a real big trigger for me because a lot of times people will talk about things that they find on Amazon. And of course, what do? I go right to Amazon and, oh, that's great. I have to have that. So I'm trying to cut back on that as well, not shop so much on Amazon because that is a really big trigger for me. And one of my biggest things that I like to buy are kitchen gadgets. I probably have every kitchen gadget there is. I mean, a bread maker, air fryer, crock pots, Instapots, you name it, I have it. Do I use them all? Yes, I do, but I could use them more often than I do. So a good strategy is to just stay home more and enjoy what you have in your home. Enjoy the things that you've bought for yourself, that you've treated yourself with. Give yourself time to actually use and like the things you bought. Another big trigger for me is buying clothes. I'm a clothes horse. I always have been. I love clothes. I get bored with what I have, and I want something new. They come out with new styles, and you picture in your head what you would look like in that style. And it's like, oh, that's so cute. You know, I have to have it. So you go out and you buy more clothes. Do I need any more clothes? No. I buy classic styles usually that I can dress up or dress down, but I still buy clothes. So, and actually, I don't spend a lot on each piece of clothing because I know I get bored with it. So that's why stores like Walmart and Target and stores where you can get cute clothes, but not expensive clothes, and you know, they're not going to last forever. But that's a big trigger store for me. So anyway, what else do I have for you? Coming up next week, they're going, this 31-day challenge is going to be going through different rooms of your house. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when it comes up. But, you know, go shopping in your own home. If you really, really want to go shopping, look in your nooks and crannies where you've stuffed things and you forgot about, and tchotchkes and decor and all that stuff, and go shopping for that stuff in your house. And if you like to redecorate your home often, put some of your tchotchkes away, and then if you forget about them, they'll be new again. So you can redecorate a whole room with tchotchkes maybe from one of your other rooms, or things that you put away in a corner that you've forgotten about. Get yourself some spray paint if you want to change your colors. Even if you have pieces of glass, you know, statues or vases or metal sculptures, whatever, and you want to change the colors of your room, just get yourself a can of spray paint, and whatever you feel like you want to put in that room, give it a nice coat of spray paint. There's so many nice looking chalk paints out there now that you can do something with, and you can even do it with your old furniture. So another thing you can do is if you want to make a donation box, which is always a good idea to have around, and invite some friends over. It's cheap entertainment. Have them make it a potluck. Have a theme. You can have Italian night, Mexican night, Middle Eastern night, and everybody brings a dish from that culture and maybe a beverage. And then you can just have a party with your friends. And it doesn't have to be couples. It can be just your girlfriends or, you know, whatever. And invite them to go shopping in your donation boxes. And then maybe the next month they can do the same thing. This way you always get something maybe new. It might satisfy your shopping urge. And, you know, they get rid of what they don't want, and you get something that you think is a treasure. So that's an idea. And as far as entertainment goes, having friends over and for like maybe a wine and cheese evening where everybody brings a nice bottle of their favorite wine and their favorite cheese. That could be cheap entertainment. That way you don't have to have a big bill for a party. You could invite your friends over for an afternoon tea. Maybe bake up something out of ingredients you have in your pantry. We all have sugar and flour and you know, most things for baked goods. You can make some brownies or a cake or whatever and invite your lady friends over and have an afternoon tea and coffee. So those are just a few ideas of maybe how not to spend money. And what are some of your favorite ways not to spend money? Some of the little tips and tricks and things you do that keep you from spending money. So I'm going to clean out my freezer, and since that's the goal for today, not spend money, cook out of your pantry and freezer, and I'll be back in a little while and I'll show you my freezer. Freezer's done. And oh my gosh, I can't believe all the food that I've crammed into this little freezer. But anyway, I took my inventory, wrote everything down, so now I have some idea, and I seriously could probably go a year just eating from this freezer. So I've got my vegetarian meats here, some chopped spinach, some mushrooms. I wrote everything down. I put frozen fruits on this shelf, and behind here I have a bin that slides out, and I have some bananas and frozen with strawberries and some lemons and limes. Here I have some soup, greens. Whenever I have leftover vegetable things, I freeze it, so I'm going to make soup stock out of that. Some puff pastry, some more veggies here, various kinds. Let's see, some tofu. Back down here I have behind here I have two more of these bins. This is a deep freezer, and I have frozen tofu in there. Here I have some chicken nuggets and things like that, not, you know, vegetarian chicken nuggets. And just some miscellaneous things. These drawers have miscellaneous things in them too. Same with the ones down there. It is just jammed full. And here I have things like, I have to do these yet. I have some cilantro and some garlic and ginger, some pesto. I still have some cooked shrimp in here. I keep some of that stuff for when the family comes. Some broccoli. Down there I still have some veggie meatballs. So I have a lot of food, and I did not get to my other freezer in the garage where I have more food. So I'm planning to not shop for a very long time. I want to use up my fresh food first, then I want to start going with like my frozen fruits and vegetables and use those up. And I want to cut way back on freezer food because I would like to make some freezer meals that I can just pull out, and I can't do that right now because my freezer's too full. So my fridge is fully stocked too, and it's actually pretty organized. I keep my bread in here, and there was really no place to put it, so it looks a little messy up there, but I keep my mayos here, my mustards. Here I have some eggs. In here I have some blueberries and grapes. Down here I have things for salad, another tofu, a boiled egg, some fennel seeds that I use to make my tea, and chia seeds behind that. I have everything in bins so that, because again it's a deep refrigerator, so I can just take the bins out. And down here I have some more eggs. They slide out. I have some dried mushrooms here. Down here I have fresh mushrooms. I have my tea. I made some fruit salad this morning, some salad dressing and sprouts, and some fruits and fresh veggies I got this week. And down here I have some salad and my fermented vegetables. So I think I'm good for the month. Over in my door I keep my jellies, my lemon and lime juice. I have a big thing of garlic, coconut milk, my creamer. Down here I have some wines and beverages, and down at the bottom I have my condiments. So tomorrow I'm going to put together some menus, and then I'll be cooking from my refrigerator, freezer, and pantry for the rest of the month. So I did stay home today. It was a relaxing day. I baked my bread. I made my coconut yogurt. I did my freezer inventory. I made some sweet tea for my kombucha, and I didn't spend anything, so yay. And then I made a Beyond Meat burger for dinner, which I had in the freezer. So day 2 I would say was a big success, and hopefully tomorrow will be too. Tomorrow I'll be putting together some meal ideas. That's the task for tomorrow. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, my friends. I wish you abundant blessings. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Give me a like if you like this video. It helps me out. Comment and share. And I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.